Hi, my name is Joe, and emblem rings are pretty cool. I even made a video about one, but there's something that's always bugged me ever since the first few came out. Let's see if you can notice. We'll start in backwards order. I have no special here just so it's the effect only. Micaiah ring. When special triggers, boost damage. Lin ring. When special triggers, boost damage. Edelgard. Boost damage. Boost damage. Boost damage. Boost damage. Boost damage. Boost. Alright, I get it! Are we noticing a trend? Now, let's go to the first two. Are we noticing a fucking trend? For whatever reason, in their infinite wisdom, IS decided to standardize boosted damage on the emblem rings, which is perfectly fine. This is a system mechanic essentially, and it's really cool. It's permanent on your account as long as you have the unit in your barracks, which there's no reason to get rid of the one-off for the emblem ring. It's a standard thing. It should be good, it should be powerful. But for whatever reason, the decision was made to not give boosted damage to Ike and Marth, and these are like the two least egregious effects in the game as well. Marth's ring is still good. If you just look at this and are like, wow, it's an extra slaying, that's like, okay. This single-handedly enables shield fighter tanks to be as effective as they are because they're able to run like Aegis and Pavis for the bigger chunks of DR consistently. This is like the only way to do it without like very specific support. So I'm not necessarily poo-pooing on the ring, but like this already has a drawback of if you have Brave, you reduce your special damage by 8. Which is a decent chunk. It is only on the special, but it's still a decent chunk, right? It is what it is. And then this is like 40% unpierceable DR, but only for ranged attacks, and only on the first hit, which is fine. But all I'm saying is we have terrain that slows the entire game down, Brave, giant-ass Canto, warping that you can abuse with pass, dancing your team, Gale Force, attacking from a mile away, and being Braum and Lucina. These are all way more broken effects that you also get boosted damage from. The title of this is that I'm irrationally angry about this. I don't know if it's irrational. But like, give some justice to my boys here. Emblem Marth fell off a cliff like 2 seconds after he came out. And then Ike was good for a decent chunk of time, but not only has he been dog shit for a while now, he got superseded by like 2 more Ikes that came out after. This unit's weapon is absolute dog shit. And I'm also holding out hope that emblem units get the Brave unit refined schedule where it's like really soon after they come out instead of waiting like several years. Because yeah, these two, their weapons ain't shit. Anyway, point being, all of the other rings have stronger effects pretty objectively, while also giving boost damage. This is a system mechanic. I want to make it clear that I'm not calling for a buff to things in the game in general. I'm only specifically highlighting this because it's a system mechanic that you just have on your account by having one of the units. This is like the only thing worthy of a buff. You can't buff individual units. It's not like I'm calling for a buff for a unit like Brave Alphonse, who was literally intentionally underpowered as a Brave unit, by the way, with 10% flat DR and 10% true damage instead of the standard 20, because he came out with Reopening, which is an inheritable, conditional flat DR and true damage. Fuck you, IS, suck me. It's not like I'm doing that. I'm calling for a system mechanic buff to retroactively create a standardized system. Adding the boosted damage like every other emblem ring is going to have in the future and has right now to rings that are already not the best in their class would just make my brain very happy. Everything is the same. You know, whatever. I'm not calling for these to be better and for, like, the effect on this to be worse, for example. I just want there to be a standard, and I don't think that's too much to ask. It's just really sloppy and unprofessional, in my opinion. So yeah, head on over to the support page, feedback, you know, whatever you want to do. Only a couple hundred people watch this stuff anyway, but that's not an insignificant amount of people. If you give a fuck about this at all, let me know. Let me know if you do anything. I did. If I'm just old man yelling at Cloud right now and this is just nonsense, also let me know. I just kind of wanted to voice this because it's been on my mind forever. I also just felt like making a video that was outside of the normal scheduled content, you know what I'm saying? So that's going to be it for me today. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one for, I think I'll upload the summoning session on the tickets and stuff. Have a good one. Bye.